This is the webcam. Oh, hello.
Hello? Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, guys are going on in silence. First on site.
Yeah.
It's in the mirror.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing about this? You see that little thing there? Sounds like there's no fucking audio.
Okay, well, I guess
Still no audio.
I guess it would test and see
Yeah, I don't know.
if it comes out.
Oh, wait, hold up. Hold up.
Trying to think, what was the whole anime? And another is one for sure.
I can't really think of any horror animes off the top of my head. I know they exist.
Yeah, but it's as if they're like already filmed the other thing.
Okay, so the actual thing is actually working. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Oh, we're actually speaking? Oh, sweet.
Oh,
All right,
nice.
so
So
everybody...
we had all of that live.
Nice.
Technical difficulties gone
Technical
live.
difficulties gone live.
Okay.
So I need everybody to get in position. So it's you guys over there.
So we're gonna keep the stream as it is, or just like.
Huh?
Um.
Yeah, we're gonna keep the stream as this.
So we got,
Let everyone know, like
like thing?
yeah, let everyone know the troubles of broadcasting.
Keeps it.
Keeps it
Real.
genuine. Keeps it
Yes.
real, man. We keeps it real. Keep it total with you guys.
Yeah.
All right. I need to actually start my. Oh, yeah, never mind. I would just try to handle one thing at a time.
Am I too close to the camera?
Are you too close to the camera? Let's see. I'm not even on you yet. So let's see.
Oh shit.
No, like all I see is your chest.
So I am too close.
You're
Then.
too
Is there
close.
two cameras, right?
Yeah, it's two cameras. All right.
Okay,
So
I gotta probably get next to that.
yeah, we should probably clear some of this clutter that we have here on the table. Thank you for joining. This is the Nerd Report pre-show. This is all our blunders.
Pretty game,
Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna pull this back here like so. Oh crap! I just knocked over our mic. What is- Okay, I need a. Could you lend me like your little the win thing for your mic?
Oh.
Yeah. So today we're gonna be discussing all kinds of new. No, not that.
Which thing?
The phone.
Oh.
Yeah. So today we're gonna be discussing all kinds of horror related stuff. All the new stuff that came out on Netflix. The BlizzCon boo is like. Did you see that?
It's called.
BlizzCon, everybody at BlizzCon
Oh
got.
yeah, that's. I've heard.
Oh,
yeah.
stuff.
The only thing I've seen from that is
Overwatch stuff,
the new Overwatch character.
and then the World of Warcraft thing. I don't know anything about World of Warcraft, but
Yeah.
is it Nintendo?
Like there you asked me.
Huh? Oh, the mic is right here. My bad.
I've been looking all around for this thing.
My bad.
It's just there.
All right, let's see. Good.
Can you see us?
Yeah, I can see you guys.
Good stuff.
And you guys want to move a bit closer?
Oh, closer.
Yeah.
All right, you move the camera back.
Yeah.
I'll move the camera back, but I just want to make sure also that you're caught in the audio.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, nerds. So there's a question for you, Alex. Can you still hear us pretty well? Like, is the audio good? Want to make sure. Yeah. We want to make sure everything is clear before we actually begin our show. It'd be very disappointing to start a whole live stream and then
You can't hear anything.
you can't hear anything.
How we look.
Oh, nice.
Okay, can you hear yourself?
I didn't turn up the volume. I just was seeing how we looked.
Turn on the volume. Let's see. Can you hear yourself?
Oh,
There we go. Yeah,
okay.
we can hear.
Yeah, can you hear yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
I
Yeah.
can hear everybody.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, so
Awesome. Okay.
so do we restart or do we just go like this?
Well, we're here.
That's good. That's,
We've already stuck our foot.
yeah.
Yeah, that as well.
Just ourselves and do our normal thing.
Yeah. Good. Just one more thing. Oh, this is so sweet. It's a new era.
Let's move the camera back a bit. Our foreheads are cut off.
Move the camera back.
Show my glorious face.
How do you look now? Do you like yourself now? You look. That look
Damn,
good.
I forgot. I'm not lock and keep.
You're a landscape.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
No, now I'm seeing whole sway.
Hey. Oh man, let's get one more thing here so that we can actually see. We got screen transitions. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're figuring out new stuff. We've got new toys to play with today, so
New toys, new
There's
toys, new
headphones,
toys. Oh wait,
we've got
no.
mics you can't see.
Hold up. I
Well,
did this.
obviously the camera that's bringing this all to you. And our glorious. Oh, hello. There's a black screen.
Black screen.
It's not supposed to be a black screen. It's do you see Smash?
This is black.
Don't let a single one get away.
Nope. Hold up. Oh man, this is embarrassing. All right, I think you should see it now. Do you see Smash now? No, still a black screen. Ah,
Because there's a delay between stuff happening and stuff.
yeah, just like a pretty short 30-second delay here
Yeah, so
that we have.
even if you gotta wait, then it won't break most.
Learn from this, kids. Get your shit on.
Get your shit together, man. Like this is where like we,
It's effortless.
yeah, but now like we really wanted to get some added stuff done here, so that we can spice up the show before. But I guess we just go with what we have.
Did you stop it? Oh no.
No, it's still a black screen, so that's fun. Hello, who's here? We should probably give people a little bit more time to join us.
Probably.
Let's just share on our site that we are live.
Oh wait, I'm on my wrong YouTube attack.
You're on the wrong YouTube.
I'm on my Talking Taboo one. That's my personal one where I subscribe to everything.
Oh.
So it's not on my actual local account.
Talking
Who is
Taboo.
this?
Oh, that's you.
I
Oh,
was just, yeah, I was
Oh,
just
so
responding
you-
to Alex in the chat.
you spoke to yourself and you didn't know.
Gotta get my,
Let me share it in some groups.
Yeah.
Copy link.
oh yeah, wait, Patrick.
I do not know it.
Oh, it's
It's a
man,
bunch of numbers.
that's not an easy one to remember.
It's a bunch of numbers.
I think it's one of those James Bonds.
Yeah, it's pretty much like you are not getting my Wi-Fi kind of stuff. Yeah.
Put it in Beijing. Beijing careers.
Eh.
Put it in our friends group.
Put it in the Thirst Patrol. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to, where are they? Oh, there they are. Groups. I'm rocking my Wakanda shirt.
Wakanda forever.
This year's Anime Con. You can see it. This is the white one.
That's a really cool shirt. I wish I got the white one, man. I got the black one, and yeah, it looks much better in white, which is
Yeah, I like how the red and the black just stands out. I don't think the colors stand out as well with the black shirt.
nah, they don't. I mean, they're both great shirts.
Yeah, it's just matters of preference.
Yeah,
As soon
yeah.
as I saw the white ones, like, that's me.
I really
Red
should,
one I found looked a lot better in person than it did in the advertisement.
and I really should try to get more white shirts, to be honest.
Yeah, that's also why I didn't get a black shirt, because I just have all black clothing, pretty much.
But this is the thing with me and black clothing, right? Is that I tend to be a ruffian kind of guy. So like my clothes get real dirty, and like when you wear white clothes, like one day you pretty much that's it. Like it just goes straight to the wash. And try again next week.
It's always unfortunate when that happens.
Yeah, like try again next week. You're done.
still figure out what consider a horror anime.
I think
I'm thinking.
Is Death Note like a horror anime?
Ah.
yeah,
You don't ever really feel scared of it.
no, definitely is
A thriller,
The
yeah, right.
mind games that are going on in that series.
Yeah. That's what it's for. I think it was a point of the whole video essays on the topic, like what makes about things.
Yeah.
Because horror manga definitely exists. I'm not seeing that translated very well in anime adaptations. That's the thing. I guess it comes down to presentation, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably there. Like, even if we do it, because Junji Ito, his stuff, I was watching some previews for the anime for his stuff, and they can't replicate what he does.
They cannot.
Yeah, his art style is too distinct. And another thing too is that most horror manga they utilize the comic medium a lot better.
Right.
So the page turn means a lot more.
Yeah.
And scaring the shit out of you. Like,
Yeah, it's hard. That was definitely a hard transition from paper to screen.
Right. Okay, so we're gonna start now.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so let's get a countdown. It has been a while. Drink some water. Oh man, it's been a while since I did these AKAs. It's so rusty. It's ready. Record on our second device. Oops, no, I turned it off.
It's recording all night.
Yeah, we're recording for audio as well as video. So,
Okay.
yeah. And hello, welcome back to the Nerd Report. It is me, as always, the Rubik's Cuban, the Cuban Missile Crisis, Lord Nerd of House Nerd, King of the Andalites, and the first memes, the Daydreamer of Elm Street. 1, 2, Freddy's sending you nudes.
Oh, shit. Are we
3,
updating this all for 2018?
3, 4, better block your phone. The announcer with the power to yell, "Go! Lo, 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 lo! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Oh my God! Triple H, you son of a bitch!" I swear to you, you'll never see anything like this ever again. So watch. Welcome back to the Nerd Report. And back with us are our trusty friends, Zach and Delvin. What's up, guys?
This is Sir Ludi Loco, aka the Bajan Colombian, aka the Shoeless Wonder. I am not wearing shoes right now.
You never wear shoes. Like, this is your thing. Like, you're just like,
hard shoes.
like Zach hates feet. So, like, by extension, I guess he hates shoes. I don't know what's up with that, but man does not wear.
It's a very big contradiction there.
Always bare
We
feet.
just all have wolves.
Feet are hard. You can strike a match on them. That's
It has to be a safe thing.
it's gotta be.
Leather feet. Well, yeah, guys, this is Shalom here, Delvin, a resident nerd dragon. Just here enjoying the AC, because we'll say it's big here right now. And looking forward to meeting you guys again. It's been a while. We haven't done this since.
Oh, since like, oh my God. Yeah, it's like so.
Since you're at your place, right?
Was it at my house?
Yeah,
We recorded at my house. Yeah, wow.
So a lot has happened.
Like crap audio. Yeah.
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 I went on vacation to Canada. I escaped this heat for 3 weeks.
And he came back with this really sweet camera. Yeah. But someone's asking us like, why? Where's our camera? That's Veronica's asking her why our camera is so low. Yeah, it's just like we have no tripod, so we have like just have this little box that we put here, and yeah, it's
adaptation.
Is it exactly? Just it's a budget studio, man. We're doing our. What up, Michael? Thanks for tuning in. Yep. So we have a pretty good jam-packed show today for you guys. It's been great to be back. I really missed doing this. This has been too long. Too long I've been away. Yeah. So we want to start with a little round table. So it was October, Halloween month, and it was like 1,000,001 jam-packed shows on Netflix. Haunted on Hill House, Sabrina. Daredevil is not a horror, but it was just like an amazing show. But we want to just cap off on some roundtable discussions and to get us our feet wet, wet, as Kevin Spacey would say. So
That's in poor taste.
sorry, I mean, so like, what's your favorite horror movie? We'll start with Delvin.
Okay, here's a confession. I hate horror movies. I'm a big scaredy cat.
What?
I don't. I can watch them, but I don't go away to watch them, and I scare pretty easily. That being said, the closest one that comes to mind is one I saw recently called It Follows.
Great.
Well, that's not cool because you just picked mine.
That's yours?
That's mine. That's my pick.
I was
Come
gonna
on,
say, that's
man.
a great choice. That's a great choice.
Well, I mean, like, I guess it's yours. I guess we'll talk about it a little bit more. It's basically a film about a sexually transmitted demon. Yeah, that's the quickest way I could actually describe it.
STD.
It is an STD monster. Yeah. It's been-
Basically, I found it to be very inventive and horrifying in an interesting way.
Mm.
It has like a Hitchcockian type vibe where the camera angles a lot, and it forces
Oh
you
yeah,
to
love the camera angles
look
of that.
to look at what's going on in the background
Mhm.
as opposed to the cast. And I love the premise. I love the shots, the direction, and I love how horrifying it actually was when they encountered the creature. So that's one of my favorites. Another one I can think about off the bat.
All right, you only get one.
I only have one.
You only get
Oh,
one.
shit.
You only get one.
Yeah, I'm trying to narrow down
I
one
want
right
to
head at the
represent.
moment.
So you have to represent for the next one.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
You
Thanks.
know what's coming in.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
next one.
it's cool. I mean, you stole my pick and I'm on the spot. That's sure. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. What up to Nick? Nicky boy is on live. Thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for joining. What's your favorite scary movie? Tell us. So we're gonna go with Zach, because I don't have my pick yet. So Zach, like,
It should be obvious. though.
what's your favorite scary movie?
It's a shame that horror comedies come into my head because horror comedy is another great genre. Of course, not that scary. You get jump scares at most, but they're still great films.
I know which one you're gonna pick.
Shaun of the Dead.
There you go.
Yes,
That's the one.
I love
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead.
I watched that one the other day. It's so fucking good.
It is because it's just like you still get the element of the zombies and the scariness and the trying to survive thing, but it's all in a very comical situation. The whole Queen scene when they're in the pub.
That was like, and I was like Ed, his friend Ed is like just like the pothead who is like just gives no shit about the fact that he's in an apocalypse.
Yeah.
And like man's
Answer
got
my
his
phone.
cell phone ringing in the middle of this crowd. Is it 2 seconds? Just hold on.
And the whole movie happened over like I think 48 hours at most.
Yeah.
It's a very condensed thing compared to most movies, which is over a series of weeks, days, and whatever else.
Right.
Yeah, right now only horror comedies come to my head because I watched that this week. It's just
We
it's
got
always
one.
a classic.
Shit's falling in my head.
You only get one, man. You only get one. Like mine. So like mine, I mean, for me, it's a Spanish film. It's called Los Parecidos, and it's in English it's called The Similars. So you know, like, right? So there's a number of Spanish films Spanish horrors that get adapted into U.S. films, like the one we saw, Wreck, which is like
Right.
Wreck is basically Quarantine, the movie, and Wreck is
a way better, way far superior version.
yeah, Wreck is wild, and it's it's only thing is like it's from Spain, so then people from Spain, their Spanish is just
That's the original one.
just the original one, yeah. So like even though I speak Spanish, like when people from Spain speak, it's just like all these TS sound like I don't know, there's no sense. But for me it was definitely Los Parecidos. Is this film that's set in a train station, and the story is like everybody is little by little turning into an image of one man. So like men, women, and children are all bearing the face of this bearded man, and they're just like morphing quickly. It's like this virus. They're just taking like everybody by control, and it's like very like body horror type of story. Like even there's like this very gruesome scene where this woman, because she started like turning into the man, like she went into like the bathroom and she just started like slicing off the skin off her face. I guess, and the whole film is shot in black and white, and yeah, like it has a interesting twist to it. Like you will love that twist, but it's a really cool twist.
I'm sold.
Yeah,
I
like, you got to check it. So we got It Follows, Shaun of the Dead, and Wreck. So it's a recommendation for you if Halloween passed you by and you saw nothing scary. Test yourself. Do something, man. Come on, just do something, man.
Can I have an honorable mention because it goes without saying you haven't seen it yet, please watch Get Out. I think Get Out is.
I actually have not watched it.
That
it's
is a
one- it's
classic.
One of the ones that it defines it. Like, I don't watch a lot of horrors, but it presents a type of horror that a lot of people probably have not seen in film before.
Right.
I think it's very thoughtful. I think another thing that I like a lot is that it starts from a very relatable space. I mean, even if you're black or white or whatever, you know, meeting the in-laws for the first time is definitely something that is kind of
Nobody enjoys it.
Yeah, nobody
Nobody
enjoys
does.
that.
And
So
meeting.
to see where it goes from there is groundbreaking.
It's just
Yeah.
a modern day anxiety attack there.
Yeah.
And also, man, it's not like it's a movie that everyone can enjoy, regardless of like
Yeah.
whether you're white or black. Because there's a lot of white people who are in the cinema, and they enjoy the
Yeah,
hell
exactly.
out of Get Out. Like it's a guy that was like that.
The scenario is like
It's very relatable,
it's relatable and it's terrifying.
and it's
What
interesting, even if it's not like it's an interesting concept that you want to cover just on a story basis. Is good to see. Yeah. All right, so I've just got to plug my laptop, so you guys gonna handle the next step. So this is what I'm shooting to you, Delvin. So microtransactions in gaming, because we have this thing where like in gaming, everybody's now trying to make you pay to play a game. Like you're basically buying half a game when you buy one, and all this money has to go into getting characters, getting packs. So like, is microtransaction ruining gaming, or is it something that you think is necessary?
It depends on the type of game you're making. I am not really a big fan of what I see Angry Joe brings this up a lot because he's on a personal crusade to end all microtransactions. So I'm seeing this thing where you're playing PvP or player versus player type games, and you have to basically pay to win. So like certain types of guns or certain types of items or certain types of objects are locked behind a paywall, right? Which I don't think that's something that should be ever endorsed. I think that
I definitely have something to say on that when you're done your thought.
yeah. So is my point of view of microtransaction is twofold, right? So on the one hand, if you're buying a game, I don't buy games day one if the content isn't really delivering that much. So if you're buying a game that day one at full price and you have to get like a lot of these packs later on, my consensus is just don't buy it day one, wait till the packs come out, and then buy everything one time. You're probably gonna end up paying like day one price anyway.
Right.
We're gonna have a full product. Just wait a little bit, Don't pre-order it so quickly. That's one. And two, I don't like again, same point as making earlier, I don't like pay to win practices. I prefer like
No game you have that.
yeah, you should if you're doing PvP, it should always be skill based. You shouldn't have to put money in just to get an advantage over a player or the game itself. Because I see the new Devil May Cry 5, Capcom had something like that where they're saying that certain weapons are available only via DLC. And
Yeah, that's
the
yeah.
developer was saying that they made it so that
Which game?
Devil May Cry 5, the new one's coming out.
Oh,
That's
dear.
like 3 weapons
Oh,
that
dear.
are DLC that are not available in the game at all. And they made a point of saying that these weapons are not anyway stronger than weapons you find in the game. It's just 3 different types of animations that you would get that you would have probably.
So it's aesthetic.
Yeah,
So,
it's aesthetic,
right, so you're
yeah,
basically just
yeah.
playing like a pretty looking gun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
basically you play
yes.
you want to
Right.
play a gun.
Yeah, but
it's not necessarily more powerful than what you would find.
Right.
And I think that's very important that developers be aware of the type of game you're making because particularly Devil May Cry is it's a skill-based game. Has always been. That's what it's turned into. So people don't want to have a situation where, to beat this game, I'm just gonna spend money. Or they don't want that because that kind of kills the whole point of the franchise and the game you're making. So if you're aware of the type of game you're making, try not to make your DLC something that thwarts that.
right.
Right?
I'm not because Nintendo is because I'm the most Nintendo gamer. Their recent games they've been trying to avoid DLC, like that will, especially that type of pay to win. A good example is Splatoon. They promised free download content for 2 years, and we've been getting new weapons, new stages, patches, everything, and that's free. The only DLC that we've had to pay for was an extra story mode, and all you get out of it when you beat the story mode is that you can change your character from an inkling to ultimate. There's zero advantage to doing that. You get one extra weapon, which is pretty much just a reskin of one of the other weapons, and you get some extra gear to put on your characters. That's literally like one of the best examples of having DLC and having paid DLC, and it gives literally no benefits. You can choose not to get it, and it's just more games should be like that.
So there's some points where like it does operate in a fair way.
Exactly.
Right. No, but for me, like I'm now getting into more playing like football games. So the DLC thing is something that is just out of control. Like the microtransactions in football games and sports games are just like, bro, like it is just almost pointless trying to play a game because I don't play online anymore. I just play offline. Because there's things where you can play online and you play like My Club or like in FIFA Ultimate Team. So you get these packs, right? And in the pack you get like a player, and you add that player to your club. So obviously everybody wants to get the Messis, the Ronaldos, the Neymars. Everybody wants like the big players. So to get those, you have to get like very lucky, and you have like almost like a 2% chance of getting them in a pack. So to get them, you gotta pay.
So it's basically gambling.
Right, it's basically gambling because like you have like they give you some free points, but then like those probably like are enough to buy like 2 packs, and then like the end you get what like Loris Karius as your goalkeeper, and then like you do have to really push to get the players you want to get. So there's a lot of people who are like playing like this one guy. There's a videos on YouTube. You can see this. Like this one guy paid almost like £5,000 to try to get Ronaldo. Like people actually pay money for this. Like really, really pay money for this.
That is disgusting.
And like the online play is garbage because me and my little free to play mentality, I try to play online, and I go and play against people whose like team is like Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Mbappe, Ronaldinho. It's like how the fuck did I play? Like everybody's just like blazing right past me. Like my defenders can't catch up. These men score like 12 goals on me in a game. So it's like there's really no point to this if you're not paying.
It sets a very bad precedent because we understand how expensive games are to make, sure, right?
Right.
By the same token, is like if we're making a competitive type of environment for your consumer, it defeats the purpose in having a pay-to-win system because what's going to happen is that people are going to sit down and say, all right, well, we have like a mini economy where they put real money in order to compete, and then those who want to get serious about the game and don't want to put any money into it is like, well, you know, I could just like forget all this and just play something else.
I was just focusing on myself there. My bad.
No problem. Like for example, I play for the games, and what would suck? I can imagine this happening, and it happened already in the game, kind of inadvertently, where you have DLC characters who come out after the fact, who end up being like actually better than the characters that are in the game, right? Just end up being top tier.
Right.
Like for example, I know it happened in Camp Fighters, where it's like Camp Fighters has like a team DLC for Camp Fighters 13, where like all the DLC characters are top tier.
Right.
So you know, at tournament level, you always see a DLC character in a team because the teams are so fucking good. I think Dragon Ball kind of had that problem, but it was a situation where the DLC characters were necessarily, better, especially better than everybody else in the game.
Right, you just had to pay the money to get the character.
You had to pay the money to get the character,
Right.
But one of the best characters in the game is a DLC character. That's Barno. So it's like
My boy.
You know, right? So
My boy.
it's like if you want to compete,
Right.
you don't have to pay Bart to compete, but it kind of would help to have that character because he's so fucking top tier, right?
For sure.
You don't want to have the price where people think, okay,
Right.
for me to talk, if you make the other characters exponentially better or that much better than everybody else,
Right.
it's gonna kill the nature of the game. That's what I heard them say. Like you have to understand what the actual core appeal of your game is to make pay microtransactions work.
Exactly. But for me, I think is I would really hate it. I want to play a game and actually like unlock the characters I play. Like I'm more of an offline player guy, so for me, like microtransactions is something that's really, really getting in the way of it.
It killed Final Fantasy too. Well, I killed it, but what we're seeing now is like last Final Fantasy that came out, they didn't release a complete game.
Wait, is Final Fantasy VII is the remake even coming out?
Supposedly,
Guess that's-
they've been saying that.
That is the
Development.
detox of gaming right now. That's like it's coming soon. No,
development.
really, it's coming
Well,
soon.
they've been saying that about Kingdom Hearts 3, but Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally actually going to be here next January.
I really just hope
It's,
that.
it's gonna be here
They,
next
they,
January.
they have a release date and everything. So
Yeah. Square Enix.
Let's hope they stay to the release date. So we want to get to our next section, our roundtable, and you haven't seen Daredevil season 3 yet.
No.
Okay.
I haven't seen that all.
You haven't even seen season 1. But so Daredevil season 3 is this season, like it's where the Kingpin finds out his secret identity. And let's be honest, as far as like the series go, secret identities in superhero shows are kind of pointless right now. Like everybody knows who the heroes are. Like in Flash, like every person knows who he is. They literally just walk into Star Labs and he's just there in his suit without his mask. Like he just unmasks himself to everyone. Like there's really no point to having a secret identity, like and stuff like that. So I'm just like seeing how series are moving away towards like keeping that dual identity as a purpose. And do you think that in superhero stories that secret identities are necessary?
Absolutely. I've seen it done outside of the modern. So, for example, Marvel, you made a good point. Marvel does not have emphasis on superhero stories right now, aside from probably Spider-Man. Obviously, Peter Parker.
Mhm.
But in other superhero stories, especially in Japan, I'm still seeing secret identities being a thing. Like Hero Academia has a bit of it. Yes, they have people that know what the main characters look like. I don't know if you follow the manga or whatnot, Hero Academia or the anime.
I follow the manga somewhat.
Yeah, because people know of Midoriya. They've seen his face on TV, and even students from the sports festivals, for the media, and all the incidents.
Right.
But the consequences of that have also been shown. It's like, oh, this is the dude that
makes for targeting.
it makes for targeting. So what happens is that
Yeah, because heroes in that Hero Academia, heroes are public domain, right? So there's no much of that like secret life. It's kind of like how Steve Rogers and Tony Stark are
but
just
the
like
consequences of that are still there.
right.
Because what happens is that villains, if they know exactly what we look like, they're gonna target you outside of like school. What kind of happened now is that to adjust how the movies, the kids to live on their actual
Spoilers, by the way.
If you watch season 2.
Oh, right, that isn't.
They're moving to the dorms now. They don't stay at home anymore after the.
They got some gunner
If you haven't
protection.
watched season 3, spoilers.
Yeah. They stay in school now because like the consequence of that is that
Families could be targeted.
Exactly. So yeah, they kind of play for laughs. That was okay. You don't have to have a secret identity, but I think that I like the whole thing of there's an actual danger here. Yeah.
Right.
There are more than one way for you to target a hero. It's not just like bad guys in the fight hero and that's it. You can target the hero's family. He's going to target the hero's friends. He's going to target. He's going to find ways to get at the hero that is not going to be so easy or black and white for him to save the day. And I kind of like that. I think that's one of the cornerstones for what makes the drama so appealing, because you have to worry about protecting people and doing your job, but at the same token protecting yourself and people around you,
Right.
who may not have agreed or signed on, even asked for you to participate in this act of heroism. That's what makes it to me. So, unless you end up being Batman and have no fucking friends and be a total loner, then you're gonna have to worry about having a secret identity and having a life outside
Right.
Yeah.
and saving people at the same time. And that's one of the things that makes Peter Parker so compelling, in my opinion. That's the essence of Peter Parker, in my opinion. Balancing Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Right. Does that Zach? You're not like much of a superhero guy, but what are your thoughts on that?
I was just thinking, it's not even necessarily attacking people who care of. I was trying to think of scenarios. I can't remember. There was some superhero thing I watched as a child. There was a situation where somebody knew the superhero, so they had. It's probably a played out situation, but it just sticking on my head. You save a person you love. You save like a crowd of people.
I think that's Spider-Man.
Was it Spider-Man?
It's Spider-Man.
I can't remember.
that is Spider-Man.
I've seen it the cartoon as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It probably is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But,
So it's like
there's situations like that.
Could be
Like,
Batman, yes.
It's because there's
no, but it was literally like you save Mary Jane
this
or
sounds familiar,
suffer the little
yeah, well, okay,
children.
well, there's Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
So secret identities, I think, are very important because situations like that, if they arise,
Yeah.
because you're putting morality on the line now.
Mhm.
So that's a very important thing to try and avoid. Because, like, how would you actually react in that situation? You in a cinema can sit down and bitch at the screen, say, "Oh, of course you're going to save the woman you love, or save the people, fuck the woman. You can find another one." But what would you actually do in that situation?
Yeah.
So I think they're very important for sure.
Yeah,
Right.
I still like the whole thing of I like the tension I builds as well.
Mhm.
How you have a person who is very different from how he is as a hero and how he is as a normal guy for
Right.
whatever reason. Like obviously the classic one is that Bruce Wayne is the mask and Batman is actually who he is. You know, I like that. I always like that form of storytelling theme.
For sure. For sure.
And I also like the tale of Spider-Man, whereas like Spider-Man is essentially superior way of de-stressing.
Right.
So I always like that kind of angle.
Yeah. Now, for me, is I definitely think that it's necessary, but it's less for me about the whole thing about being able to save your loved ones. I think that superhero stories right now kind of fail to capture the point of having an identity, because if you look at these characters, so many of the things that they do as a career and as a job inform who they are as heroes. So Daredevil as a lawyer, like that's a really big part of who he is as a hero and how he sees the law. In the Daredevil Netflix series, Daredevil has probably been in court like 3 times. Barry Allen, who's a forensic scientist, like that informs a lot of who he is as a hero and like his reasoning to things as a Flash. Like Barry Allen in the Flash has probably solved 2 cases in his whole like on-screen presence, like if any. Like the man does, I rarely see the man at work unless it plays into some kind of story where he gets into trouble at work. Like the man has no job. Or if he has a job, he doesn't do it. So like it's that thing of showing like why that secret identity is important to the essence of that character. It's something that's really missing. Like I really want to see something that shows you Superman as a reporter. And actually someone who goes out there and like reads, like collects news and like how his journalism mindset affects his objectivity as a hero.
I think you brought up a very important point. It definitely is a question in terms of skill and the type of heroes. So if we look at Marvel's case, like look at the people that have their identities revealed. Okay, so Captain America is a super soldier, and everyone knows his face because his face is public domain, right? So we have enough of that, right? Iron Man, Tony Stark doesn't give a shit. One and two,
he's rich, man.
He's rich.
He got no cares.
He has no cares, right? And even like a consequence of him revealing who he was, I'm sure we saw that consequence where he essentially bombed his house like 5 minutes later.
Well,
That, you know what I mean?
the thing for me, right? That was his own downfall.
That was his fault,
because he gave that man his address. He's like, yo, I live here. I
mean, that's
I
just
can
being
be here at
cocky
this
now.
time.
Yeah.
If you
That's just being
talk shit,
cocky.
then calm down.
Yeah.
And then next minute, man was like, oh crap, I didn't think
he
this
fucked
went
up.
through.
But again, that wasn't without consequence, right?
Right.
Thor obviously is not a human, so he doesn't worry about it.
Yeah.
Right? Doctor Strange, he's differently dealing with things that doesn't worry about secret identities. Guardians of the Galaxy, they're not technically heroes. So there's one of the people that are brought into this, into Marvel, the world of Marvel, they don't have to worry about secret identities as much as opposed to say Peter Parker.
Right.
Right?
Correct.
So I'm kind of wondering like if it is really depending on the type of stories that are being told right now.
Depends. Sorry, Jenna's like, I have the Punisher shirt. Like Jenna's asking what is on my shirt. Like I have the Punisher. Yeah, Frank Castle.
And even Frank Castle has to hide it wrong. Maybe mention that.
He has to hide because
hide.
he's a goddamn criminal.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's a bad man. All right, so we're gonna get into like the Zach's favorite section, but let us know what you think on that. Do you think superheroes need their own secret identities, or do you think that they should just go out there and be like, hey, I'm Spider-Man? Yeah. So let us know more about that. I asked your questions in the in the chat.
We're looking at it live.
We're looking at you live. Yeah, it's like wow.
You don't have to wait for possible.
Almost way now.
So,
We're
like-
looking at it live.
So we just had the Smash Ultimate trailer come out,
Oh, let me sit up.
right? And I just you stand up for this one. Whoa, you good? You settled?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, all right. He's like rolling up his sleeves, ready. Yeah. So like I joined the High Noon Gaming chat. So shout out to High Noon Gaming. You know, thanks for having me. And I think like from the time I joined that chat, that was the first time that my phone actually glitched from all the kind of messages I got.
I
That
regularly
was-
wake
I
up.
had
To,
got 1,000 on the regular messages.
Yo,
I regularly wake up to
I-
200 plus.
I was added to that chat on Thursday night, and I think like I got home, I turned off my phone, I went to bed, woke up on Monday, on Friday, and that would have been a long
Monday.
sleep. That would have been a long sleep. It's like I died and woke back up. But I woke up on Monday and my phone was just like there's like a barrage of messages and like the phone just like actually just froze. Like with all there's like 500 and something messages in just the space of a few hours. Everybody was talking about Smash, like the Smash trailer that came out. So I looked at that. Like unfortunately, I can't show you this because our transition is playing the absolute ass right here. I'm gonna give it one last try.
Technology is a bitch.
Technology is a bitch. Oh, this is just gorgeous. Okay, so Zach, since you're the one with the no, with the
I'm
screen.
the Nintendo person here.
Insight.
So you're the one with the screen. Okay, so it's actually showing us here where we're kind of seeing. So I'm just gonna pull this up. Holy Jesus, what is that? That is awful. Technical difficulties. Look at that. Look at that.
Still black.
Okay, well,
Oh Lord. Frank Castle is bad. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I'm trying to fix it, Nick. I'm trying to fix it, but this is fucked up. Sorry, no cursing. But this is oh my gosh. Is it showing now? Can you see it? Nintendo Switch. I'll get whatever display it. But this is like the Smash trailer that came out.
Don't
And
let a single one get away.
Out. Are we just gonna watch one trailer?
I'm just gonna check it out.
Let's just make it bigger.
Make it bigger. That's what she said. But it's okay.
I mean, if you want to see the full trailer and everything after this, or
Right.
it's on.
You could.
It's called Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Road of Light trailer.
Down about 10.
Still you're here.
I do have it on full screen, but
Now
it's
or
not.
never. We'll win this. I know we will.
Definitely little tiny. Oh, now we see two of
There's 2 of it. It's more of me to go around. Let's-
them.
Is this?
No, it's not. It's not with you. It's showing your computer screen.
No, but is it cutting out? What's
It's
happening?
showing your computer screen.
Oh, this is a goddamn mess. What is this? Wow. It's just some blunders. Anyway, can you see it?
just well.
No.
Everyone's like roasting us here. So,
After pay respect.
my bad.
All right, we tried.
All right, we tried, but yeah, this like Smash trailer is like it's really amazing stuff. It's almost like this like Infinity War for Smash. Like this is really like just giant like spaceships, like things like flying in the sky, and then like all the Smash characters die except for Kirby, and it's I really was not expecting to see such a dark entry into the Smash Brothers franchise, but
There's
You know.
like Gundam in the trailer.
the Gundam theme song.
The song comes in and we call it all the different lights, all the missiles and rockets.
Yeah, it's really it's impressive, and I don't play Smash like mainly because I don't have the system, And it just seems like a very chaotic game. But I do appreciate Smash's ingenuity. And just like Nintendo overall, they're a very creative company. But, Zach is a Nintendo man.
That's me. Yes.
So, sounds very excited about it. So let's tell us a bit about this. What does this mean? Because I saw half of this, and to be honest, a lot of it meant nothing to me.
So on Thursday we had what's called the Direct, which is Nintendo's basic like once a month, sometimes once every 2 months showcasing of games. Normally the Directs involve a mix of games, but this was specifically a Smash Direct because it was going to be the last one before Smash Bros comes out in a month's time, because that comes out December 5th. So it was the last one, showcasing all the characters that are in the game. Which I'll get to the characters in a minute, because that's hilarious. That was my favorite part of the trailer personally. The characters. I'll get to that in a second. But the trailer we're talking about is one of the story modes. It's called World of Light. Basically, Smash is not known for a story mode in any regard. It's known for the multiplayer. It's known for its being able to appeal to casual players like myself. I want to try and give it competitive, but very daunting. But like people just play at parties, and they have the 8-player mode now, and they have you can play with items, no items, stock, coin, whatever the modes are. So this is a new story mode for them. Because normally you just have the classic one player where you just battle. You pick your character, you go through until you get to the final thing. But this is more like if you played the Smash Bros on the Wii called Brawl, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, they had a story mode.
Bro.
Let me see, where was I going with that? Right, that was the only game that had a story mode. And it was pretty solid for what it was. Kirby was also one of the survivors in that game as well. They had a completely different mode to it. People were getting turned into trophies in that game as opposed to just straight up being obliterated and turned into spirits.
Yeah, so I saw this thing like they got turned into trophies. So like, what is that? Like,
Well,
so
because-
like basically got like killed and duplicated
Well,
to
basically,
serve.
Sakurai says that Smash is. He had a weird way to describe it. I don't know. It's probably also because of the translations from Japanese to English, but he's saying that the characters in Smash are like the reality for them, and the statues are that's what they are normally. That's the imagination for them is when they're fighting. The reality for them is just toys and statues.
So it's like Toy Story.
Yeah, it's kind of like that in the most basic premise. So it's kind of returning them back to their thing and sealing their spirits. And now the spirits, the story mode is you start off with Kirby, as far as we can tell. Obviously, we haven't got all the details. Kirby's the sole survivor, so you're going through an overworld map, and you have to the spirits, like other characters have taken over. Like Mario has been overtaken by different spirits, so it's no longer Mario's spirit inside the Mario trophy. So you're not fighting Mario per se. So we have different abilities and items that come into play based on the spirit which possesses. Like in the trailer, they show Mario shifts to Metal Mario because of the spirits that has possessed him. And in the game, there's an item which will turn you into metal. So that's what they're doing basically. They're adding items and characters like the assist trophies, which are basically characters that only just attack give an extra challenge. So that's basically the premise of the story mode.
So when is this game releasing? Is there a release date for it?
December 5th.
December. Oh, that's this year.
Next month. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
That's why this was a big thing.
Yeah.
Because that's why it was a 40-minute direct, which this was one focus, like a 10, 20-minute focus of the 40-minute direct. The rest of it was focused on the remaining characters, talking about DLC and some more about this collecting the spirits and the spirit mode.
Yeah. So you're getting this game, right?
Oh, definitely.
I'm gonna give that a.
It's going to be free.
I'm gonna give that a bash.
I don't know any Switch, man.
Yeah, anyone who has a Switch is
Yeah.
buying this. I can guarantee you that.
Do you play Smash, Delvin?
I play if I go to my cousin's house, or to Tammy. She has Smash, so I play very casually. I'm an item dude. I can't understand Smash as a competitive footing game. I'm sorry. It baffles me when I see people play and explain it.
Same for me. Like
But it's fun, but items is like running around and that's like I main Solid Snake and I main Sonic, and I'm very, very annoying because I spend the whole time running away. Because I find that like it has a fighting platformer, so it spend a lot of time trying to stay on a platform. So that's where I it's lay traps and it's like pelicans and people are annoyed.
I tend to fall off the edge on myself and by myself and no
Yeah,
pressure.
I got
That's
you.
like I'm pretty bad at Smash.
Yeah,
But
out of my friends, I'm better than most of them. But we're all casual. Like put me in a tournament scene, I'm gone in the first minute.
is
I
that
can guarantee
is that true, Nick? Is he really better than you? Oh, yeah. Is he better than you, Nick? Because that's what
Yes,
he's
I am.
saying right now. He's saying that he washes you off like all the time. Yeah.
But
Fighting words.
on a fighting game tip though, they dropped Ken's release now.
Yeah, that's what I was going
As
to
a
get into.
character.
Ken?
Ken Masters, yes, from Street
They
Fighter.
have Ryu and Ken. They're echoes of each other. So an
They're-
echo fighter in this game is basically
the Ken and Ryu
are
are
echo fighters.
Iron Smash.
Yeah, they're in Smash. Yeah. Ryu was released in the last Smash Bros. As DLC, and now they're all there. Like we get a starting roster of 74 characters. That is a massive roster.
It's crazy.
There is
That's a lot of people.
and
That's a lot of
there's-
people.
And there's 6 DLC characters.
They're
And
not announced yet, right?
Microtransactions.
one is announced, which is my favorite. I'll get into in
Yeah.
a second.
Oh
But-
yeah.
Who's that? Who's that?
I'll get there once
Yeah,
I
like-
Let's talk what Ken
okay.
we have to do first.
because it was actually so cool how they showed Ken in
Playing the map.
yeah. So it started off.
Yeah.
Man, the way-
Jenna says that you need to shut up.
the beginning of the direct was a trailer for the reveal of the new characters. So we knew 72 characters at this point. So it showed a boxing ring, which is Little Max stage. So you see him beating up somebody. You don't know who it is, but he's just beating up somebody. And then you just see a fist coming. You can see it's Ken's hand. So everyone freaked out as soon as they saw this.
Yeah.
And then they showed Ken basically just beating the shit out of,
Kick Lil Max ass.
knocked him out the ring into the glass in the
Oh,
background. And then Ken's there, and then they revealed the next character, who was Incineroar from Pokemon. Incineroar is based on a wrestler. If you don't know who Incineroar is, Google it. So you can know who it
He
is.
looks
but
like Zangief that's inspired from what we saw from him.
Yeah, he's literally based on a wrestler. His special move is like malicious moonsault. So he has like wrestling attacks. Like his attacks are all based on stuff like that. He's a dark and fire type in the Pokemon games, which is a weird thing for a fighting thing, but to each their own. But so that was it was a fantastic little trailer that they revealed it, and then basically Incineroar kicked the shit out of Ken. Because it's just so ridiculous. What mind would you have thought to have seen a Pokemon, Little Mac, and Street Fighter, and a Mario character all in one stage
Hey.
as a 10-year-old child?
Hey man.
Where would you have thought of that?
Hey, listen.
There is no.
Everything
I want
goes.
to know a media that has a bigger crossover than Smash Bros.
Smash is
They
definitely.
have
Oh, for
Capcom,
sure,
they
man.
have Sega, they have
Virtual Fighter, they have freaking Bayonetta.
there's so much Bayonetta's in there.
Oh my
Like they're all from extremely different games. Final Fantasy,
Castlevania
got added this Smash as well.
Yo,
And then my favorite character, nobody, I can bet money, nobody has ever thought this character would make it into Smash.
No.
Because they began talking about the DLCs. They said if you buy the game in the first 2 months, you get this one free. It's not part of the paid things. So they showed like all Nintendo characters like Yoshi and Koopas and Mario and Luigi. It's like, where are they going? Is this more of the story mode or is this the character? And then they showed a Piranha Plant. It's like, is this a new item? Mario walks with Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant just smacks the shit out of him. And it's like, Piranha Plant pipes. I was like, the internet went, wow. Nobody predicted Piranha Plant. The little, you know, if you're playing Mario, the Piranha Plant pops out a pipe.
Yeah.
That is your character. That.
And he's actually, he does weird buff with as well. He does really cool.
Because he attacks with a spike ball that he spits out.
Yeah.
He can stretch to attack. He can charge to attack. He blows a poison gas for one of his
And
attacks.
his smash is insane.
Yeah, his final smash he calls Petey Piranha. If you're familiar with Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Sunshine and Mario Kart Double Dash. He's a big character in those games.
Dear Lord.
Super huge product.
Yeah.
But and this goes back to the DLC. They've already announced what the DLCs and how much you're paying and how much DLC there will be. So there will be 5 characters for DLC, not including Piranha Plant,
Right.
to carry the roster up to 80.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah,
That's
it's not even the biggest one, which is funny.
Yeah.
The
Well,
biggest one is 200 for some game, 200 something.
way.
I can't remember what that game's called.
Let's look at the chat. See what's going on. Like,
The DLC.
Jenna's still telling you to shut up. And yeah, Alex. Yeah, it's a really nice room we're streaming. It's really nice. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. I got Rick's impaled body here on on the screen. Uh, Rick Grimes. Rick Grimes. So, like, have you guys been watching The Walking Dead?
I have not watched this new season. I watched the last two seasons when I was in Canada because I hadn't watched the last two seasons.
Right.
I made a drinking game out of it. Do not do that, kids. I was so hurt by the end of it. Basically, somebody gets bitten by a walker, drink. Someone dies, drink. Just
No, but
nonsense.
you gotta the best drinking game will be when Shane was alive. Because every time he said, let me ask. Let me ask you something. Yeah. But like,
I haven't started the new season.
yeah, but I haven't started. I didn't even watch the last season. To be honest with you,
They had weird writing choices in the last season.
yeah, like they just lost their way, and it was very boring. And to be honest, it was just boring. Like there's a lot that went on, and then nothing happened. But you know, Carl died last season. Spoilers, and now Andrew Lincoln is not gonna be around for much longer.
I think he's on his last episode
Tonight is
last.
actually his last episode, and what we see here is Rick being impaled, and that looks really terrible.
So where is the series going?
Well, because they've
it's
they've
going.
killed Carl.
So
because Carl's supposed.
Carl died, yeah.
In the comics, isn't he like the person that's supposed to?
Well,
He's the person that's supposed to take over because Rick is set to die in the comics, and Carl is the one who's going to take over. But here,
only guess it's Daryl.
Yeah, it's Daryl.
Not in the comics.
Yeah,
so
it is.
I think this is a setup for Daryl to become even more of a center.
It is going to be for Daryl, but I honestly don't see a point. I think this is their last season, and I don't see a point in them stretching it past this one. To be honest,
10 at most should be.
No.
At
They
most.
don't need another season.
I'm not saying they need it. I think at most they should stop there.
They should have stopped last. Sorry, Jessica. Sorry. Spoilers. But I did say spoilers before, but I don't know if you were on. But hey, look. He might make it out of there. Just look. All he has to do is just, jimmy himself up like Michael Jackson in Thriller, and he can shamble his way out of there. So there is still hope for Rick.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, stranger things have happened. But next thing we're going to look at is Mr. Speaking of dead, House of Cards. Mr. Kevin Spacey has been is written out of the show, and now the new season has premiered on Netflix. And Claire Temple, no, that's not the person's name. Robin Wright, but her name is Claire, right? Yeah, Claire Temple is from Netflix.
I don't know.
She's from Claire Temple's from Luke Cage, my bad. But
Claire Underwood is a character.
Yeah, Claire Underwood. But Claire Underwood now is the lead star of the show, taking over from Kevin Spacey after his whole scandal happened. So you, Delvin, you're a big fan of House of Cards, and you've been watching it and so forth. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I only watched episode 1 so far this new season. Here's the thing. So this thing with Claire being the protagonist and the lead person, this was in the making from last season or season before. Because last season, Claire actually broke the fourth wall. So House of Cards has this thing. For those who have never watched the series, the main character is basically.
Hold on. I am
about,
fucking this up, my lord. What is it?
It's basically about a character about a guy who is he works in the Senate as the House of it. And his job is to just coerce people to vote on certain bills, right? That's his job. But he has ambitions to one day become the president, right? And do something that's never been done in history, which is move from being a whip to being a president-elect, right? And basically he schemes and lies and cajoles his way to get him what he wants. And all the while he speaks to the audience and breaks the fourth wall, kind of like Deadpool, but in a more sinister way. And just tells you what's on his mind or what's happening in this particular scenario, and that's basically what the entire show is about, right? And usually is from Frank's perspective. So he alone always speaks to the audience.
Yeah, and he has that like out of body thing where he like that breaking the third wall.
Yeah. Just
Speaks
very,
to the
very much
table.
Deadpool, just with less jokes.
Yeah, and it's pretty creepy when he does that because the first thing he did that, well, I think it was the last season when like Claire just turned around to the camera, and then she was like, "Yeah, I know you've been there the whole time."
Yeah, that's
like,
how she did it. So that's what it was so like because when she brought the
Interesting.
phone call, and she never really stopped on the camera.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, yes, in case you didn't know, I know you've been here the whole time. This is the second,
Yeah.
the second she actually addressed. The first time she addressed the audience, but the second she did it, because the first time she did it was the end of the previous season,
Right.
season I think 4.
Yeah.
Where basically she was looking at the camera with Frank as he was speaking.
Mhm.
So it was like, oh, he sees us as well because she's very addressing us with eye contact, right?
Right.
So this is not out of nowhere. It's just that if you're following what's happening in the real media and the whole Kevin Spacey scandal, you're gonna kind of know what's happening behind the scenes with regard to this series. And my only complaint is that they didn't just like switch perspectives. They erased Frank Underwood's, which is Kevin Spacey's character. He's erased from the show. Like they wouldn't
Thanos.
even they don't show his face. They show like literally like body parts. They show his hand in the casket. He's killed off in the show. They show his body parts and like they show like they talk about the character and show like certain things or certain things that people associate with Frank Underwood. Like for example, the character kind of knocks on the table or knocks on wood every time he wins something or he gets. He achieves a goal.
Right.
So I have this knocking sound to represent Frank in episode 1 for what he's seen. And I'm like, okay, this would work better if you could have actually shown the character, like as a vision or something, because she has visions from time to time in this episode. But they're so like keen to not show anything on Kevin Spacey at all on the show. That's kind of weird seeing it progress. But it's still a good show. It still has excellent writing. Claire Underwood is still an awesome character. I love Robin Wright, and I think she's up to the challenge of being the person who's the central focus of the show. Apparently, from those who watched ahead of me, they said that Claire is pretty ruthless. Actually, more ruthless than Frank.
Claire was, she's definitely like was in with all the evil stuff he did, and even kind of encouraged it.
She was. I think. Here's the thing. I always like Claire as part of being like the better side of Frank because they work very good as a team. It's kind of it transcends being a husband and wife because it's kind of like a partnership.
They have a very interesting relationship because it's like an open relationship where like they don't sleep with each other.
Sex,
like it's interesting like the way that it turns out. It's very like I'm not gonna say it's like weird because people have their own kinks or whatever. But it's definitely interesting. I don't know that if I had a wife that looked like Robin Wright, that I would not be trying to seduce her. I don't know. That's just me.
But that's the thing about it is that he loves her deeply, but there's a line where I think in previous seasons where Robin was having an affair with the dude, and Frank knew about it, right? So he was already bothered.
Yeah.
But the dude was stepping on the line. He was like, saying, she's in love with me.
Right.
And he was basically stepping on the line, and Frank basically told the guy, don't try to confuse what you have with what me and she has.
Right.
And Robin Claire basically looked at the guy and was like, yeah, it's kind of right, like I love you, but what we and Frank have is totally transcends anything to do with emotion. Because essentially the whole master plan, which was established in the previous season, was that Frank was going to become president, serve the terms, and then groom Claire to be
then she would
president. So they would have 8 years of
Underwood.
That was
One Nation Underwood.
Right.
Yeah. So it's an interesting show. It's very political. It's definitely it's a bit of a slow burn, but it's always very rewarding for that. So more discussions talk about the chilling adventures of Sabrina.
Yeah, Netflix had a lot in October.
Netflix had a lot going on, man, and I caught on to every single one of those things very slowly because I had a heap of schoolwork to get through. So like I was trying to like, watch the show, watch the episode, do some work, watch the episode, do some work. I'm now at the last episode of Sabrina, and it's a pretty good show. It's based on a comic book, as many things are. these days is called The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. And it was a comic book that was brought through the Afterlife with Archie series. So like Archie Comics went through an overhaul in 2014, where they would then have all these new different kinds of like stories based on the Archie franchise. And one of them was Afterlife with Archie, and it was a zombie story with the Archie characters. And it was a story where um, Jughead becomes like a zombie, and he goes into Riverdale, starts biting people, and then all of a sudden, like Riverdale just becomes overrun with zombies because
That's the content, but damn.
who's but really, like when you look at people who are hungry, who's hungrier than Jughead?
It's true.
So he was like legit the zombie king, and everybody used to worship him and so forth like that.
It starts being cute when you start playing.
Exactly, right? Like, and Sabrina, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, became like another part of this called the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and is by far like the most successful of that show. Like both books are on hiatus. The Sabrina series is definitely my favorite. It's a more supernatural story, and it goes into more darker than like the Melissa Joan Hart Sabrina that you knew about. This Sabrina does like pagan rituals. She kills people. She does all kinds of dark magic. And Hilda and Zelda, they're not like these like sweet old ladies. They are pretty grim. And it's has all these different kinds of arcane things like the occult arts. It digs into the occult in a very expansive way. So when I found out that this Chilling Adventures of Sabrina TV show was coming, I was very excited for it. I really wanted to see what would come of it, and I'm not disappointed because it is horror. I do think like horror does work better on film. As I said, like film was made for horror, and there are many things that the show is able to do that a comic would not do. It is I would give it like a definitely recommend, but for me it didn't live up to the comic and like what it could do.
Another question for a bit: does the cat, the Salem, does he talk in the comic? Or is
In the comic, Salem speaks,
'cause I heard
and
that he's not speaking.
yeah, he doesn't speak in the show, but in the comic, Salem speaks. And he's a very grim guy. Like Salem actually got turned into a cat because in the story, like the familiars are like goblins who turn into cats, but in this story, Salem was a warlock who got turned into a cat as punishment for trying to bring forth the apocalypse.
Oh,
Right? So Salem is a serious man. Yeah. So that's kind of the story. All the familiars are like old witches and warlocks that were turned into animals as punishment and
So did they
so
give a
forth.
reason why he didn't speak, or
In the show, no, like
just,
he's just that's just how he is.
so he's just a regular ass cat?
About that. But I must say like the cat is pretty well done. I don't think his animatronics. It seems like is most definitely it's some sort of CG, or maybe they have like an actual cat. Because on the red carpet, there was actually I'm gonna see if I can find them, but there were actual pictures of the cat on the red carpet doing the walk when the show premiered. Gonna find those pictures for you. But yeah, like, did any of you get a chance to check that series out? Nah.
I had that to watch after Haunted, which I'm now done Haunted, so I can move to Sabrina now.
All right. Oh, you gotta see it, man. It's definitely a really good show. It has like the comic. It had a good feeling of dread. This is just a very creepy show. It's not scary to the point that you're gonna not fall asleep, but it's definitely worth checking out. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys a picture of the cats walking the red carpet, and the picture did not download.
Technology strikes again.
So
Yeah.
you guys, because Netflix has been on a roll recently.
Isn't pretty good. They've also been on a roll in the cancellations. So there's not want to talk about that because, like, I heard that Iron Fist got canceled, and
Kids,
yeah,
sort
but
of
like
after.
for me, Iron Fist was not something
Surprising.
that I really liked, and it was on its way where it was starting to become. It started to get less viewers. Like season 2 got much less viewers. Season one, there was definitely like the hate watch factor,
Mm.
where people just gave this show a lot of views because they wanted to see how bad it was. But like season two was legit. It was a little bit better, but still terrible. And Luke Cage, I was surprised about because I thought like season two of Luke Cage was really good. I heard people complaining about how the Jamaicans didn't sound authentic and all that
that's
stuff.
a standard.
Right, but like,
I wanted to start it because I was listening to the director talk about his vision for his show and how season two was an expansion of that. And I think it's very interesting how he has the show reflects the evolution hip hop.
Mhm.
So obviously he was talking about the first part was the Wu-Tang era.
yeah, for
And
sure.
the second one was basically like, let's go to the origins of hip hop, and obviously the Jamaican influence when it comes to how hip hop came from the Caribbean.
Yeah. And I do like the Jamaican like parts that it play into it. Like the story of the Maroons,
Yeah, yeah.
who like the slaves that escaped and built their life in the mountains. Like all of that was played into that. And like that was a really rich lore that like kind of played on the whole like Black Panther part of it.
Yeah.
I did like Bushmaster as a villain. I thought he was really good. One of the better villains that Luke Cage had since Mahershala Ali as Cottonmouth. So like I was really surprised, and the ending of Luke Cage was like fantastic. Like it ended at this point where it's like not to spoil it, but it was at the end of this point where it was like, yo, where does this go from here? And I feel like we'll never know.
I mean, it might.
Somebody could pick it up.
I think this would be a really cool marketing point. They're gonna say,
For all this is you have the Disney streaming service.
that and the sound of snap as well. You can sit over, right?
I guess.
They got snaps, so
They got snapped out of existence.
yeah.
Like.
So,
But but there is some people have been saying because it's in Netflix, the Disney streaming service is coming up. Like it might just be a fact that they might be taking those shows out of Netflix to put it up. I hope that Daredevil doesn't get cut because that show is always fantastic and always welcome for me.
I can't wait to jump into that one for sure.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
I just have so much on in terms of watching the movie and stuff.
Oh, take your time, man, because it is so good. Another show that came out is The Haunting of Hill House, which is what Zach has been watching. So you said that had you scared the other day.
Well, they did a jump scare so well. Because normally I watch a lot of horror films. You can tell when they're coming because there's always a lead up, the music lead up, and whatever the
silence or
the silence. So you know that some white person's doing some dumb shit. It's coming. But like, I won't spoil it, but I'll just say that people were doing something completely normal. They were just being people, and then bam, it came. I was just like, I actually shut up. I was like, Jesus Christ! I did not expect it to come at all. And they,
It's like your popcorn
it was very good because it also played the scene and helped move along that scene and develop the characters for that particular scene.
For sure.
So that's what I liked even more because it played into that as well.
Well, did you see the time on that clock?
Yes,
It's really late.
Yeah.
But
I didn't know what time it started.
I don't
To be
even know
honest,
either. It's like
it took a while to set up.
we've been on for like an hour
Oh yeah, there's one.
and 13 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up shortly. But yeah, I haven't gone to see that one yet.
I definitely highly recommend it.
Yeah,
The first episode, I was like, okay, this leads to some generic like thriller. It's got 10 episodes. They're about 40, 50 minutes long. But then when you get the twist that comes in some of those episodes, it's just like, wow.
So how horrifying are we talking? We're talking about like Stranger Things season 2 horrifying?
I actually have not watched that.
Oh, Stranger Things is like
No, but they have some some creepy things in there. I mean, so basically the premise of the series is there's a family of 7 who used to live in a house called Hill House because the original owners are called the Hills. So there's a traumatic event that happens one particular night, which is the first episode.
I thought it was like a house on the hill.
No, it's literally
Just
it's called Hill House.
My bad.
The Haunting of Hill House.
I was too literal.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And then so the story goes between the events leading up to when they first went into the house, because they went there to live there for a summer while they redid the house to sell it. So it spans over that. The flashback is like a period of like a month or two, and then it flashes between modern life, which is like, I actually don't know. I want to say like 30 years later, so they're living their modern life, and it's showing how the characters are affected still by the events that happened there.
Oh, nice.
Like emotional and obviously
So it has
still haunting. So there's emotional and the actual haunting going on.
it has like it played then, kind of sort of. Or now we time skip, and then obviously they affect us kids.
Kind of, but it's just a twist because the whole thing is literally about the house. And once you find out what the house is, you're like, whoa.
I'm interested.
I'll definitely check this out. I finished it reading tonight, so I'll maybe give it a Do I want to watch that tonight? At night, I don't know. Maybe I'll say.
Cats keep me company. I watch it by myself.
Well, see, there you go. You have you have a cat to keep you company.
Although I scared one of the cats. One of the cats scared me because I was focused on the show and then they just jumped on me. I was just like, I nearly hit the cat across the room.
Oh no! Oh wow! Abuse. Well, yeah, but I'll definitely check this out. So, more things coming from Netflix. I'm just going to wrap up with this. Henry Cavill is in The Witcher. So I've never played The Witcher. I know nothing about The Witcher. But I see that Henry Cavill really pushed to get on this this show. Yeah. And so have you guys you play the game?
I'm familiar with the lore, but I haven't played the game.
I know of the game. I know people that.
I know there's a Witcher card game even.
Is there?
Yeah.
There's a book. There's an original book series, and then all these other media spun from it.
Yeah.
Castlevania came out this season 2 came out this month or last month, right?
Yes.
It came out this month. But
November? Oh.
Yeah, no, October.
Yeah.
Last month. Jesus, it's November already.
Yeah.
But it came out last month. Still have not seen that yet.
No, I still have to watch that.
I wasn't a big fan of season 1 though.
I'm very interested to watch it.
I enjoy season 1, but I definitely I look at enough to check because I think it's up there with what they call the trinity of animated vampire series. So it's up there like Vampire and Hellsing and Trinity, but in terms of quality and just where it goes.
Right.
So I'm hoping. So I heard season 2 continues to train, and I am a fan of the later Castlevania characters. I love Alucard.
Yeah.
I love Dracula and those sort of stories. Not really a huge fan of the Belmonts. I just like the Psychiatrist a lot more. So.
Yeah, I didn't like the Belmont guy. That's my thing with
Which Belmont did they have?
Someone is Dracula, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I didn't like that guy at all.
Yeah.
Like, the
original that NES games of the soft off, it gets kind of cliche.
Yeah.
And then, but I like the spin-off guys. Like obviously, same with the original Belmont. They would have Alucard from Symphony of the Night because I played that game a lot on PS1, so I do that character and I think it's really cool. So I think season 2 has some of that in the way here of what I've seen.
Right.
So looking forward to seeing it.
I'll see it. I know some people on my timeline were saying that it even made them cry. So I'll see that. I don't know where the tears came from. Maybe it was just onions getting chopped quite vigorously. I don't know. Maybe it was just like sometimes depression hits you when you're watching TV. But
different type of fair. We had Big Mouth season 2.
Different
type of fair.
Yeah.
Yes. If you're not familiar with Big Mouth,
that was pretty good.
Animated series about puberty basically and growing up in high school.
I feel like Big Mouth has been pretty popular right now. I don't know if a lot of people watch season 2 though.
I didn't hear much talk about season 2 as I did about season 1.
Yeah,
sure.
Season 2 wasn't as good. There's not to say that it didn't have like amazing episodes because the Shane Wizard, like he was it was like my guy from Harry Potter that plays Sirius Black.
I know who you mean. Like
right, but he was a Shane Wizard.
He actually kind of looked like him too.
That great that plays Alfred.
Is it?
I say right.
Is it him? I think it might be the different actor, but I know who it was that guy. I will show you a picture, but Jesus Christ. But yeah, it was hilarious. It was really hilarious.
Yeah, the body positive. It's very positive series for sure. It encourages homosexuality. I mean, not encourages, I guess. I mean, what's the word?
Encourages homosexuality.
I mean,
You
what's the
should
word
stop.
I'm
Just
looking
stall
for?
your head. Just stall your head.
Acceptance.
Let me
Acceptance.
take.
Encourages acceptance. That's what I
Okay,
meant to say.
thank you.
That's
Let me
what
just
I meant to say.
let me just take the ball from you before you like bite your tongue and then it starts wiggling on the floor here. Yeah. Dear Lord in heaven, forgive this
Encourages.
child. He really did not know what he was saying. But
The words are important, my friends.
yes, they are.
Words are
Yes, they are.
important.
My recommendation for you guys is to watch The Good Place. The Good Place is
I've heard of it.
it's a sitcom comedy, and it's based on a group of people who. So this lady called Eleanor Shellstrop, who goes
It's
to
quite
heaven.
lame.
Yeah, is that she goes to heaven, and it's called the Good Place. And she's rewarded for all the good things she did in
Do they call it
on
heaven in the
Earth.
series? Just,
They call it the Good Place, but
okay, so-
it's heaven.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah, but she's rewarded for all the good things she did. Given this like nice little place in heaven with a soulmate and all that stuff. The only thing is that they got the wrong person. Like she did none of those things. She actually belongs in hell. So then it follows a story of someone who is doomed to damnation, actually trying to learn to be a good person while they're in heaven, and it has a lot of ethical puns in it. It's a big like ethical
I've
kind
heard
of thing.
I've heard of
Yeah.
it, but I didn't.
Yeah,
know too
it
much
play
about
like ethics is a main part of the show, and like how learning to be a good person, and whether like learning ethics actually teaches you to be good, because Alexander the Great was Aristotle's student, and he still went on to kill 1 million people and conquer the world. So maybe learning ethics doesn't necessarily make you a good person, but the show like explores all these different things, and every character is like very well rounded, very well done. It's completely unconventional sitcom because every season the status quo changes, and it is never the same as the last season. There's always something new to explore, new scenarios. Really amazing show. Like it blew my mind all the time. It's at season 3 right now, and definitely watch it. Like I started watching it one day just out of like curiosity, and legit could not stop.
Is it a 20-minute episode?
It's 30-minute episodes, yeah, and it's really cool. It's great. Like a no laugh track sitcom.
Yeah.
that's-
Some always sounds like Master and Nanish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Strana
Yes.
has a
That's it.
question here about it. She says it might teach you how to pretend to be good.
I think
Question
that
mark?
well yeah, like, I guess it can teach you how to pretend to be good. But that's deception. That's not the virtuous mind. Something.
I don't know where you're going. with this.
Immanuel Kant. That's what he said. Yeah. But
Yeah, Jenna, what are you planning here with this question exactly?
is that you, Jenna? Do you pretend to be good? Like you're actually just like an evil person? You're going to the bad place. But thank you everyone for joining us in our first live stream for dealing with. She said no, you're bad.
I always
But-
recommend on Netflix, by the way, BoJack Horseman. Season
Oh
5.
yes.
Because that came out September, so that would have been after our last podcast.
Yeah, BoJack.
BoJack
BoJack.
Horseman, I always recommend.
I was
If you're unfamiliar with it, it follows
It's a horseman
yeah. In this
is a-
universe, they're anthropomorphic.
as a
Well, what's the word?
anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic. So from a,
People.
you know what he did in school? Anthropology,
Oh.
and he can't
I did
pronounce.
linguistics. Anthropology is not.
Well, he did anthropology too, right?
I mean, I did anthropology at some
Yeah,
point. Yes.
yeah. Forgot to say the word now. But like, is it word with like anthropomorphic animals? Yeah, is that the word?
I'm trying to. I cannot remember.
There's animal people, man.
Animal
There's
people.
animal people, and they live in the world with real people. They have relationships with real people. So it's like this
That's
like
not the focus,
bestiality.
though.
Yeah, that's not the
It is-
focus of it. But it is about like this celebrity who was like very self-destructive guy.
He was very successful, and now he's
Yeah.
not successful in that. I think the show deals with depression very well. I mean,
Yeah. It deals with depression, and also understanding that you are often the cause of your own problems, and like sometimes you don't even realize how.
You
He did it.
you go into it, you think it's a comedy, but then no, it just.
No,
Yeah,
it's
The
that's
first
what I
season,
was
I will
saying.
say, is the weakest by far. So
because I don't think I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Expectations is what changed it because when
Yeah.
I first watched
I
it,
thought I was going for a comedy.
when I first watched it, I was comparing it to Rick and Morty in my head. right? So especially
Yeah.
Rick and Morty style humor. And now that I heard about where it goes, is I'm like, okay, this I probably should not be watching it. Like who would watch it with them, I should watch it for its own thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing is the problem. Like a lot of people watch the first season thinking it to be a comedy, because somebody was like, "Oh, this show is not funny at all." It's like, well, it's not really funny.
It
I
has
mean,
some
if you,
hilarious moments, sure.
yeah,
but it's not.
there's comedy in it, but I think that's maybe like the point of where we're at now, where when we see like an adult animated show, we just expect it to be some kind of comedy. But no, it's a very like honest look at the self-destructive nature of people without glamorizing it.
It kind of reminds me of Californication a bit.
Right, but only thing is like Californication had this tendency of like glamorizing his depression. Like even though he was depressed, like he never really
After a certain couple of seasons, yeah, it turns into like this like fuck fest.
pretty much it's like
Hijinks.
he gets depressed, but it's like, oh, well, I
But in
guess
the
I
fir-
just
in the
have a
first
lot
two
of sex.
seasons- In the first 2 seasons, it was some real fucking shit in there.
Yeah, the first season was deep, and you really felt like him have to pay the price of his own mess and feeling the consequences. After that, like it really wasn't as much. So like, I think like Californication was like is probably a good example of that. But I think like BoJack manages to stay consistent. We're at season 5 now.
This was the end.
Yeah, and like it manages to stay very consistent and always push the envelope in how it portrays the character and his depression. So I think it's definitely like well recommended stuff. Yeah. But thank you all for joining us and managing through our blunders.
Technical difficulties.
No, like legit, we were just gonna do audio, but we found a way to work this out at the last minute. So we figured, why not give it a bash? So subscribe to this channel, and the next time when we are ready, you will get a notification. Oh, sir.
Got water there, fam.
Next time, you will get a notification letting you know when we are ready to record and when the Render Report is live. So send us your questions for anything that you'd like us to discuss.
Series, movies,
Yeah,
comics, books,
anything you want to know about
anything nerdy.
comics or video games. And we'll see you the next time. Same Nerd Channel. Our guest signing off. Let us know who you are and where they can find you.
My name is Delvin again, Delvin Howell. You can find me on Facebook under Delvin Sin Shenlong Howell and Sin Stabber on Instagram. So yeah, that's me.
I'm Zach, Senor Ludi Loco on Facebook. That's Senor Ludi Loco, Ludilloco. And on Instagram as Sir Ludi Loco. And I know my pages have been active, but I'm planning to get them back active. But you can go and like and follow those pages.
Sir, he says. Give the sir to his name.
Sir,
And
Instagram,
I am
Senor Facebook.
And I am Sir Nelson, the Rubik's Cuban, the Cuban Missile Crisis, Lord Nerd of House Nerd, King of the Analysts, and the First Mean, the man of the hour with the Black Panther power. 1-2, Freddy sending you nudes. The Daydreamer on Elm Street. The Daydreamer on Elm Street.
Well, that's a wrap.
But that's like, But we're signing out. Thank you for joining us, and you have a blessed weekend.
Peace.
Peace. I don't know how to stop this.
End
stream.
End stream.
It's still there.
Is it done now?
Stop.
You're still there.
No, still there.